Alright everyone, let's finish off this DDT Badness Odyssey. Moving on to logs, which, as we all know, like the rest of these maps, is fairly easy. So, once again, we're just going to be running pretty much exactly what we did before. Ooh, we start going around 65 now. That's always an interesting one. And, let's get it. So, on the first video, a person by the name of Mark's Noob, thank you very much for commenting by the way, has pointed out that I could have done this a lot better. And I don't disagree. So Mark's pointed out that sniper and druid farming is just insane. So like I said in the part 1, I knew that druid farming was actually going to be something I missed out on because I did last second throw the druid out of the mix. But snipers as well. Snipers will also be insane with farming. And also I've heard from the same person, Mark's Noob, that people are going for paragons in this shit. I didn't even think about paragons. And even if I wanted to think about paragons, the only one I could actually get with this lineup is a banana farm paragon, which doesn't exist yet. So yeah, that's my bad. But if you guys want to try that, hell yeah. Go for a freaking paragon if you can. That would make things a whole lot easier, because apparently people are going for like boat paragons, and realistically, if you get a boat paragon, nothing's going to be a threat anymore. It's literally just going to be DDTs are just going to get insta-killed. Bads are also going to get insta-killed, which is insane. I still can't believe that's a thing in the game. But yes, thank you Mark Snow for pointing that out. Hopefully you guys can utilize those strategies as well. If you haven't started your run yet. But there you go. I'm still okay with the strategy we're using. Like, it's not awful, it's just a lot more spammy. And if anything, it's kind of in theme with the Odyssey's little flavor text or whatever it is. But yeah, just letting you guys know some alternate win conditions you can go for there, which is always nice to have. So thanks again, Marks, for letting us know. Anyway, if this is the first time you're seeing this this Odyssey, for some reason you hadn't watched part 1, or you just wanted to see how these last few maps were done in particular, then essentially we're preparing for DDTs to show up on round 38. Good times, good times. And then beyond that, a bad was going to show up on round 40. Even better. Alright. So we're just putting down our 3 farms. This is, once again, this is the way I did it. Obviously there's going to be a better way to farm with both druids and snipers. Because they're abilities, and you can spam abilities in this one, just like this permanent uptime on Benji's little ability there. So you can do that for pretty much every other ability in the game. And the money-making ones are obviously going to be pretty damn good. Alright, so we're just going to spam that. I do want to get one of these. So, once again, I go for marketplaces, not because they've got an insane ability or anything, just because I'm lazy. And they're pretty good at making money. And they get us to where we need to be. At least with this lineup. So, yeah, why not? If it works, it works. And I'm pleased with that. So I think, if I remember correctly, we can get 2 marketplaces, and then we need to get some sort of lead popping power, which is easy enough. So I'm going to stop using that ability, and then we'll go for our lead popping power, which will be this guy. Because we're going middle path anyway, and then advanced intel just makes things easier. Okay, cool. And now we're pretty much set up. I mean, all we need to do now is get this last marketplace, and then we'll have the funds needed to do everything required of us. Because essentially, all this Odyssey really comes down to, at least as far as I can tell, I don't know how great any other farming methods are, but for me personally, all this comes down to is getting a first strike before round 40. Like, I'm sure if you used the sniper or the druid farming method, you could probably get frickin' tier 5s before round 40. But yeah, if you didn't choose any of those things like me, then it's just getting the first strike before round 40, and then you can destroy everything. Actually, no, it's about getting a pirate lord, not a pirate lord, a monkey pirates first, for around 38, crossed with the bottom path so it can see camo, and then getting yourself a first strike before around 40, which isn't actually too crazy. It's quite doable. Especially with this setup. Like, if you've got a single sniper, you're gonna do so much better than I'm doing right now. So, yeah. I guess I'm kind of doing, like, bare minimum. Like, I never really thought about it, but this is sort of like minimalistic, bare bones, what you need to barely survive. And that includes spamming abilities. So, you know, if you're not a fan of spamming abilities, just... Or at least if you're not a fan of wow, I can't speak. If you don't like spamming abilities in order to kill things, then at least spam abilities to make a shit ton of money and put snipers in your lineup. Because snipers are going to make you absolute money. Alright. But yeah, as you can see, we're pretty close to getting first strike, and the first DDTs are coming out soon, but we can hook them in with this guy. So it's all good. So you'll see what I mean by the ability cooldown. And it's ready again, pretty much before the next DDT even makes it past the first area. Okay. So then we'll be able to afford first strike, and that's going to be how we take down the bad. Alright. We are officially in a good position here. Oh yeah, this is so much better than the original strategy I tried. My first attempt on this was atrocious. I spent too much money on a ninja and an alchemist, and then I was panicking about DDTs, so I went with a pirate, a monkey pirate. And then I also went with a blade maelstrom because I was panicking about ceramics that can be utterly destroyed with just our boy first strike here. So I don't know what I was panicking about or complaining about. Super free. Alright, do we actually have any other abilities here that can generate us money? I mean, I know we've got the banana farm, but it's already generating us money, and I don't like the middle path, so... Yeah, no, I think we're pretty good. I think we're... bottom path boat is decent, but not on its own. Certainly not with just two. Pirate Lord's much more favourable in that circumstance, but yeah. So this is a pretty chill Odyssey. I guarantee every single level is going to be the exact same way of farming for me, and exact same setup for winning. So it's going to be a little repetitive, so by all means, it's like I said in the first part, you really just needed to watch the first part, and then that's it. That's it. You know how the rest of the Odyssey is going to go, and it's going to be easy. But yeah. So we're literally just chilling now. I'm going to be hitting the numbers 2 and 3 on my keyboard quite a lot, just because it's going to activate these two abilities over and over and over and over and over again, and then we'll win. Super easy, super free. I love it. And then you can also throw down other ability users like the Carpet of Spikes. Carpet of Spikes is always good. Or even just things that don't have abilities, like Bottom Path Alchemist is pretty insane. Like, you make a shitload of money in this, just with all the Pirate Lord hooks. Oh, back to spamming. Actually, no, we need to spam both of them here if I'm right. Yeah. Yep, there we go. And then we'll put down our good old friend Carpet of Spikes. There we go, spread them out. There you go, much better. Alright. I mean, Logs is one of the longest maps in this whole game, so I don't think there's any way that we actually lose this. But who knows, maybe I can prove myself wrong by being an idiot somehow. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, Balloon Crush wouldn't be half bad either. It doesn't stop the bads, but it would stop everything else. Not terrible, not terrible. And I suppose we could throw in a Moab Eliminator. Every time I play, I think of new things we can just throw down and test out. I don't think the Phoenix Stacks does it, So like one wizard can't throw out multiple phoenixes. Or phoenixes. Phoeni? I don't... Anyway, I don't think that can happen. So we're not going to try it. But I would like to throw out... What would I want to throw out? Let's try the Moab Eliminator. That's always fun. It's like a little sandbox mode. It's quite fun. I enjoy it. Oh, that cooldown's insane. Ah, I love it. I mean, I knew it was already a quick cooldown, but jeez, man. That's crazy. I love it. Okay, cool. Who else has got a pretty good ability? Let's actually throw down a village next. Not that the village... Not like for its insane ability, like it still has an insane ability, but like, just to give everyone every sort of detection, and because I also want to throw down an alchemist. There we go. So you aim for strong as well. Alright. Once again, just making sure that everything runs smoothly. God, that's insane how quickly that destroys a BAD. That's crazy. I love it. Holy shit. And it's just gone. It's just gone. God, this Odyssey is amazing. I'm sure there have been ways in the past where you could abuse certain mechanics in previous Odysseys, but they don't often mess with the settings, I've found. Or if they do, it's very minimal. Like, I think the last Odyssey, they just threw in a little bit more balloon speed or something. And like, yeah, that's great and all, but I don't know. I just feel like messing around with the settings a bit more to see what people come up with could be pretty fun. Even if it's super easy like this. And there we go. Oh yeah, we haven't actually gone past round 60 just yet, so I guess we'll see what's in store. Maybe they'll throw some fortifieds at us for once. That'd be interesting. Kinda want to throw down one of these guys, but not for the ability. Just to blow up the screen a little more. And he does insane damage to mobs anyway, so I feel like I'd choose Sky Shredder over Tsar Bomber almost any day. So sorry, Tsar Bomber. I know I used you a couple times in the last one, but yeah, not my style. Not my style, really. This is just insane. I love this. Also, I should mention, if you've been following along with my eBay catastrophes and or super wins, I think I need to stop using eBay. Oh, there is a fortified one, what do you know? And why are those guys suddenly getting very far? Oh right, because it was aiming for the fortified one. I was gonna say, I forgot that the two main abilities I'm spamming right now both aim for the strongest, and so it would have prioritized the fortified over the regular bads, and I was like, why are they getting so far? Crazy. It's almost like I completely forgot what those abilities did. But yeah, I need to stop using eBay because I've found myself buying more things. And I was considering it last night. Like, I wasn't fully sold on the idea. I was like, you know, do I need this? Is this something I'm gonna use a lot? And in the end, it will be. But I was really considering it last night, and I was like, should I really buy this? And then what sold it for me was this morning, I woke up, and because I had the items in my cart, apparently the eBay sellers can see when that happens. And so when I had the items in my cart, this morning I woke up and they were just like, hey, we saw that you've got these in your cart, but you haven't bought them yet. Here's a discount. Buy them. They're tempting me. They really are. And it's working, because I did buy them. I should stop. But to be fair, they did give me a pretty good discount. They said 20% off everything I ordered from them. Or that was in my cart at the moment. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, that's a pretty good deal. The prices are already pretty low in the first place. You know, it'd be wrong not to buy them. And so I did. And now I think I have a problem. Admittedly, it's not as good of a deal as getting 100 random cards for $5. Or, sorry, 200 random cards for $5. That was insane. Thanks eBay for the little 50% off you threw my way. But yeah, that was insane. But it didn't give me any cards I necessarily wanted. It just sort of gave me cards that, well, the guy was essentially trying to get rid of. Which I mean is fair, you know, that was what was advertised. 100 cards, random, common. They could have all been the same card and I could have easily been swindled, but that wasn't what happened. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, I should probably stop. But this time, think about it, right? So I ordered those 100 cards and got a great deal on it. Got 200 cards for basically the price of 50, which is insane. But that's the thing. If I get 200 cards and none of them are actually useful for me in like any of the decks that I'm building, you know, is it really a good investment? And then I counter argument with this, right? All the cards I've purchased recently will be good in the decks that I'm building, and I think they've got a viable place in them, and in multiple other decks as well. So if I pay a little bit more for specific cards that I know I'll use over a bunch of random cards I'm not sure will be helpful in the slightest, I feel like there's cause for spending a little bit more money. Obviously, it's no reason to waste away my life savings, and it's not that I've done that. I don't know why I said that in the first place, but yeah, I think I need to just take a break from eBay for a bit, you know? Because, I don't know, it doesn't feel nice losing money out my bank account, although it does feel nice to get cards. I can't say if the two are equal, though. I think if it's a really good deal, then I'm fine with it, but overall, it feels weird spending more than $1 on some of these cards, just because I know for a fact on another website that's currently not shipping to Australia, they'd probably sell for like 90 cents, rather than like $2 for one, which, you know, is a little bit annoying, but sadly they're not shipping to Australia, so I can't really have my say in price range when it's not on that website, which is a bit of a pain. I can put in offers, but to be honest, if I was a seller on eBay and someone put in an offer at cheaper than what I wanted them to buy it for, I'd probably say no too. And I've already been declined on a couple of offers, so that's completely fair in my mind. Alright, so once again, just the same thing. What is it, a 2-0? 201 ninja can save us from most threats until it gets to leads. So we're just gonna farm up until then. By all means, if you've got a sniper, absolutely replace these three with just that one guy and you'll do so much better. Or even if you have a druid, throw down these three, don't even upgrade them, and just buy a bunch of druids. That would also be a very valuable and viable strategy. Should have said viable from the start. Alright, here we go, and once again, 2 marketplaces, then we need lead popping power, and then the 3rd marketplace. And then we're, once again, in the money. And we just spam Ben's ability to make sure the ninja's 100% on top of things, just in case. And actually, I just realized I haven't actually looked at, haven't been looking at how many abilities we've used at the end of each game. I just kind of skip past that screen, and I'm sort of regretting it, because I really want to know how many abilities we use. Let's do this. Get those heat tip darts, that's the main cause for concern. I suppose we can go for this now, right? Because the heat tip darts will solve all the problems on their own, correct? Maybe? Nah, we need the advanced intel as well. Well, it's not that we need it, it's just better if we have it. You know, it's a smart investment, and guarantees that these leads die, so I'll take it. And bang. Cool. Okay. Now we're on easy street again. So let's place our boat. Can we place him up here? Okay, cool. I was hoping so. Now we give our friend down there a little bit more range as well. Give him camo detection because he needs it. Perfect. Alright, now we're chilling. Now we're absolutely chilling. Just a single monkey pirates away from kicking some ass. Okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Odyssey. Because I personally love the Odysseys where they introduce custom rounds. Just because it's literally an unknown threat and you don't know what you're getting yourself into, except from everything you can glean from the what do you call it, the little message and the title of the Odyssey. That's about all the information you can get before actually diving in, and a lot of the time it's very vague. So I really do enjoy custom rounds in that aspect. You kind of go in with the best team you think might be viable, and then, you know, it turns out that it's not necessarily the most viable team, but you still try and make it work. I quite like that. I think it's quite fun. Trying your best and just seeing what sticks. Okay, and we gotta get our ability finger ready for round 38. Okay, it's here. How many DDTs is it? Is it like 3, 2? I think it's 3. No, I think it's just 2 because there's only, yeah, it's only 2 because there's 2 ceramics at the end of round 38, and I think they've just replaced those with the DDTs. Alright, and we're ready. Cool. And we can just launch these for free anyway, so we may as well. I'm so glad, because like, right, I don't know if I mentioned this in part 1, but right before the Odyssey started, I was just like, please just let it be easy maps, and let it not be extreme mode, and then I'll be happy. And it turned out both were true, but once again, not in the way that I expected. But that makes it even more fun, if I'm honest. Alright, let's try and upgrade these guys. Get a little bit of money earlier. Because we know First Strike can handle a single bad on its own. I do believe that multiple bads are going to be coming next, but that's fine. We'll have shitloads of money by then to deal with them, so it doesn't matter. I'm thinking about switching to Amazon. I've looked vaguely at what Yu-Gi-Oh cards are sold on Amazon, and I'm not entirely sure if it's for me, because I don't think they sell a lot of singles. On eBay, you'll find a lot of single cards that you can just purchase. I haven't thoroughly looked through Amazon, but I think they sell a lot of packs and boxes, which is cool, which is, you know, untampered with RNG. Always handy. Well, that's if they haven't been resealed. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's also something I'm interested in. Checking out Amazon. I haven't really shopped with Amazon too much. That's more my mum's area of expertise. Not that she buys Yu-Gi-Oh cards. No, she hates the idea. I don't know why though. I don't know why. Because it's always been a running joke between me and my mum. Like, every time she's like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm just like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And she's like, no, what else? And I'm just like, okay. And then it takes me like 3 years to figure out what I want for my birthday, which is kind of ironic. But yeah, for some reason she's not a fan of buying me Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And she's just like, your sisters can do that. Tell them. And I was like, okay, sure. But Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't. I don't know why she's not exactly opposed to doing it, I don't think. Because I think she did buy me them at one point. Just because she knows I really do pretty much just want those for my birthday, and if anyone buys me like a single Yu-Gi-Oh card at all, I'm gonna love them for life, so, you know. I don't know. It's just strange. I find it funny. But yes, there's the key to my heart, at least. Everyone at home. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are my weakness. I will happily say that out loud because it is true. And not even like specific ones. Like, don't get me wrong, specific ones, it's sort of like regular birthday gifts. You know when your birthday's coming up and then it gets there and then someone gives you a present and you're just like, oh, thanks, I guess. In your head, but obviously out loud you're much nicer and you're just like, oh wow, that's amazing. I needed some more socks and shampoo because I smell like shit apparently, at least according to you. You know, they give you those gifts that are actually, useful, but overall it's not like what you want, it's more of what they think you need / want. And obviously those things don't always coincide, but and then all of a sudden you get like a gift and you're just like, holy shit, this person knows me, That's sort of the same thing with me and Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like, holy shit, someone got me Yu-Gi-Oh cards, amazing, thank you. But on top of that, right, if it's like, holy shit, someone got me Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I actually need in the decks that I'm actually building, it's like, oh my god, this person knows me. Not only do they know me, but they know me, Me? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this a little, but that's my thoughts on the matter. I know you're all very interested to hear what I have to say about Yu-Gi-Oh! As we play BTD6, a game that has nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the slightest. Classic. Anyway, I will try to keep my mouth shut about that. My apologies. But yeah. Alright, can we actually fit a farm? I know a village. Villages are a pain in the ass to fit in on this map. There we go. Just make everything a little bit more insane. Maybe I should have gotten an Energizer sub. No, because then we wouldn't be able to pop the first bad. Maybe we could sell him and then buy an Energizer. Because Energizer makes your cooldowns even faster, right? And I imagine it stacks with custom round modifications. Or custom challenge editing things, right? Alright, let's get some more things, shall we? Oh, I don't think I can place the plane within the vision of the thing. Oh well, that's fine. Balloon Crusher's got that covered, so we'll just go for non-camo detection on that. Damn, they're actually getting pretty far on this map. I'm not gonna lie, that's not good. We're gonna need some extra damage here. That's why I got the plane. We'll probably get another top path boat again for extra damage as well as a mob eliminator. Seems like a smart course of action. Actually, the Spike Factory seems to be the best course of action. It's just insane. It was shredding DDTs without me even touching this ability. Like, don't get me wrong, it was activating its own ability. Why do I... Oh, right, because I've upgraded my my farms. I was like, why am I getting this money buff? It seems weird. Alright, can we fit an alchemist on there? Oh, we can too. Beautiful. Throw him on there. What else do we want on there? Throw our mob eliminator on there. Beautiful. Now I've got a bunch of numbers to spam. Can I hit them all? I can hit 4, because my thumb does not reach that high up. Okay. Admittedly though, one of them doesn't get used too often anyway, so I'll just move my fingers up. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm hitting 3, 4, 5, and 6 on my keyboard repeatedly at the moment. I feel like 5 I have to really make sure I'm tapping, because if I just tap it every now and then, it just gets blocked out by all the other abilities. Okay, but this is so much better. This is so much better. Okay. I don't know why I was worried. Actually, we can throw down a Phoenix to do a shitload of damage too, can't we? Like, it's not going to be an active ability. Well, it will be an active ability, but this will also be just a passive, insano damage, right? Spam this too for more money. Yep, this is the life we live now. Admittedly, like Mark suggested, if I did get a paragon of some sort, which I totally could, because I guarantee all the shit I've bought is worth at least a paragon by now. But yeah, if I did get a paragon, it would be so much easier. And it's so funny to me that I've literally not picked 3 of any tower. So it's actually impossible for me to have a paragon right now, which I think is just hilarious. But yeah, I didn't pick 3 of any tower, except for Banana Farm, which doesn't have a paragon, which is kind of hilarious. At least to me. Come on. Actually, I should probably just be spamming this. Actually, no, never mind. Never mind. We got it. It's all good. You guys ever played the game BTD6? Also known as Where the Fuck's My Cursor Gone? God, that's always a fun game. Never gets old. Where is it? I even love it because Ninja Kiwi made slight adjustments and extra options available to help people find their cursor. Like, the cursor originally didn't have like a little white outline around it. It used to just be like the sort of the next layer deep outline, like the brown outline. And that made it even more impossible to find the cursor in the early versions of the game. But now they added the white outline, and they also made it so you can increase the size of your cursor in-game. Oh, classic. Honestly, I'm thinking Carpenter Spikes is the MVP here. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure... Oh yeah, you've definitely got a shitload more damage. 4 million. Okay, so obviously Balloon Master Alchemist is insane. And, oh damn, you've actually got 4 million as well. Okay. But Carpenter Spiked is like... Even though it's not dealt the most damage, I feel like it's the biggest amount of security. You know, because Balloon Master Alchemist can't pop bads for anything it's worth. And this guy, if he got overrun with a bunch of bads, would absolutely get swamped. But alongside those two, if you have a Carpenter Spikes, I feel like everything just works out. It's great. Anyway, that's another map down, I believe, and then we're on to our final map. Alright, on to balance. Balance will... No, balance should be easier because of the splash damage, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say balance would be technically easier because of the splash damage. Do we need any land towers to be put right in the middle? Let's think about that. I don't think so. Can we put Ninja like up here or to the side? Yeah, we'll just put him to the side. And then I don't even know if a Spike Factory can fit in the middle. So fuck it, we'll just put this guy right in the middle. dead smack in the center. And we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go. Feels good to have a nice, chill Odyssey for once. Like, don't get me wrong. On surface value, on face value, I should say, DDTs on round 38 and Bads on round 40 don't sound like a very chill experience, but surprisingly is. You know, it's like a boss fight without the difficult part. You know, you just get the fun of spamming a bunch of towers and abilities. Alright. Let's get down to business to defeat the balloons. Alright. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I went for an interview on Wednesday for my potential job. Fingers crossed. And they told me a bit more about it. They told me like where I'd be working, all the different locations and shit, because essentially the job that I'm attempting to go for here is a physio assistant related job, like a physiotherapist, for a sports team. And turns out, when I went to ask, she did mention the one sports team that was mentioned in the email, but then she also mentioned a couple other openings with other sports teams that I could join instead, which I thought was quite nice. So one job turned into 3 jobs that I could potentially choose from, which was always good. But yes, I think I'm I've been sent a little bit more details about the job, like where it'll be and all that. And so I'm just going to be looking over that and seeing if it's right for me. But I'm kind of excited getting an actual job. You know, because like, as much as people say like YouTube is a job and being a streamer is a job and all that, it's not what I want it to be, if that makes sense. Like, if at some point I do become sort of like amazing enough to make money and make YouTube and streaming a job and a career, that's great. That's great. But I would rather keep it at and see it as a hobby and something I just enjoy doing. You know, like, I don't necessarily want to make shitloads of money off of streaming and stuff. You know, I do it for fun, and I hope I keep that mindset in the future, even if I do start making money off of it, because that's the whole reason I started, because I love having a creative outlet, and I just wanted to give it a try. And it seems, well, considering since I started I'm still doing it now, it seems like I've found a pretty nice outlet that I quite enjoy. I wouldn't want to ruin that by forcing it into a job, you know? Because I feel like the second something becomes a job is the second it gets ruined, you know? Because like, if you're... Because this happened to me when I was playing guitar, right? Because I used to play guitar in school, and I quite enjoyed it the first few times I was learning it, because it was one of the things that was offered to me like in year 5, I think. Very young point in time for me to make this decision, but it was offered to me as an option, like, oh hey, you can take guitar lessons with school, we've got a guitar teacher, they'll show you everything, you just need to have your own guitar. Well, you didn't even have to have your own guitar, honestly, you just have to show up. They've got guitars for you to loan. Why is that? Really? You using the banana farm there? That's insane. But yeah, right, it was just like, show up, pay for the lessons, and, you know, you'll be taught how to play guitar and given these instructional booklets and shit. And I was like, cool, I'd love to learn how to play guitar, that sounds nice. And I still have my guitar today, but that's the thing, and this is the unfortunate part, is when I was learning, I was progressing at an insanely fast speed. Like, I'm not even saying that to like show off, I just mean like, compared to all the other students, I was insane. Like, I was really dedicated to keep learning and like sort of motivating myself, and I was progressing really fast through what was known as book 1. I think it was like guitar book 1 or whatever. And it turns out that by the time I'd finished playing guitar, well, not finished playing guitar, but by the time I finished book 1, I was actually one of 2 students that had actually finished it. I was like the second student to ever finish it, and I was just like, god damn, that wasn't super difficult for me, but it's crazy that nobody else has done this sort of thing. But anyway, basically, I loved playing guitar for me, because I loved making music. Like I said, creative outlet. Always passion of mine to have some sort of way to express creativity and let those ideas sort of flow. And then it became a chore, because every single time I came home from school, my mum would sit me down and be like, practice your songs. Every single one of them. It'll be good practice for you either way. Just play your way through the entire book. And also play all my favorite songs multiple times, right? So on the surface, that doesn't sound like terrible, you know? She's like caring about me practicing for to get better. But over time, it just slowly became like a sort of drone thing. Like it just dragged on and on and on, and it was just getting bland because essentially I had memorized like 90% of the book, and every time I basically didn't need to look at the book anymore to play all of the songs in a row and just smash out everything that she wanted to hear. And it was sad because it's like at that point in time I was just super upset and not having fun playing guitar anymore. Oh shit, are we good here? Oof, okay. Admittedly, balance is a shorter map than I remember. Alright, let's go again. But yeah, I was just not having a lot more fun anymore. You know, it was just kinda shitty. and not to try and blame all of this on my mum. Like, obviously it was my own sort of problem of not wanting to play specific songs and practice the entire book 24/7. Like, I don't know, just, and like, slowly that transferred to my guitar teacher as well. Like, he was just like, oh, have you been practicing this song that you don't like and you can't really get the hang of? And I was just like, well, no. Because I don't like it, and I can't really get the hang of it, sort of thing. And so it sort of transferred over to him, and I was just like, slowly distancing myself from guitar. Not because I wanted to, but just because it wasn't really feeling like a fun, creative outlet anymore. It was feeling like an absolute chore. And I'd hate to think that YouTube becomes that way at some point, so I don't want it to ever be monetary for that reason. Like, if it does become monetary, that's fine, but I just don't want it to go to my head, because that wouldn't be fine. Oh, really? Cerams. Okay. Okay, fine. We're gonna sell our banana farms and fix this problem now. But yeah, I was gonna say, if I can't place a spike factory there, I'm screwed. Okay, that'll do. We're just setting this up preemptively. I suppose I could have just bought like a... No, we were close to getting a Pirate Lord, but... Yeah, actually no, a Pirate Lord would have done it. Screw it, if this doesn't work, we'll go for a Pirate Lord. But yeah, so... I kind of lost my passion for guitar, and I'm sad about that. I've still got my guitar, and I would one day like to get back into it. But yeah, I just don't want that to happen to YouTube, so I don't really want it to become something I rely on, you know? I want it to be a fun thing, rather than a money thing. So, even if I do sort of hit it big and can use it as a source of income, I'm, fingers crossed, not going to abuse that. And we'll hopefully just be uploading for fun still. And then the money can be a side thing that happens to be quite nice. Okay, cool. We did it. Much better. I'm not even thinking we need moneymakers anymore. I think we're just fine as is. Screw it. We don't even need the banana farms anymore. We've got ourselves everything we need. 3 abilities. I really do wonder if you could beat this entire Odyssey with just 3 towers. I think Pirate Lord, Preemptive Strike, and Carpenter Spikes here could probably do it. Obviously not from the start. There's no way you could beat round 40 just by placing only these 3. Or at least not in my mind. You'd need to still make money, of course. But I mean, 3 attacking towers. I think it'd be possible. It'd be difficult, but certainly doable. God, I love that. I love how you can just spam this ability so much that it doesn't even matter if you're wasting it on hooking only one enemy. That's brilliant. Alright, but we will throw these guys back down, because I do miss them. We'll get the good version. No, that's the same version. I'm an idiot. Oh well. It's fine. We'll do that, and then we'll... There we go. Okay. My bad. Sorry. I just couldn't leave my banana farms out. And technically all those banana farms are making the same amount of money each round anyway, so the cross-buff doesn't matter. At least not until we get to tier 4. But yeah, I just really hope that YouTube stays a hobby thing for me, and more of a fun thing for me rather than turns into something malicious for money. And it's weird because I feel the same about streaming as well. Like, not necessarily the same exactly, but like, in terms of reaching like a wider audience, I'd like to reach a wider audience on YouTube, just because, you know, if my Odysseys can help people out, I'd love for them to be able to receive that help. And that's like that's sort of the biggest things I post on this channel, is the Odysseys. Or at least the most viewed things. But for streaming, admittedly, I don't really want to reach a wider audience. I kind of like my small audience because it means I can actually communicate with everyone. And I'd hate to think, like, if for some reason randomly I just got like super popular on Twitch or whatever and like hundreds of people showed up. I'd hate that because I couldn't really communicate with any one person on a more sentimental level. Which may just seem like a dumb idea in the first place to some people, you know, like, it's like, oh, well, you're going to be making a shitload of money, so why do you care, sort of thing. But I just do, you know, like, I'd hate to think that people that started me off as a streamer and watching me stream got drowned out by the thousands of people that I don't know, or the hundreds of people that I don't know, let's be more realistic. And I wouldn't be able to, you know, like, actually have a conversation with them. That would suck. Really would. Alright, let's get, who do we want? Probably an Alk up and running. Actually, no, Alk would be kind of useless if he can't. Oh no, he should be able to, right? Alk throws things over walls. I'm sure he'll be fine. I think for this map we will actually get a Sar Bomber. Just because I feel like it'd be a strong investment. Just because everybody's going to be grouping up in the middle. Not that it makes massive difference if they're all in the middle when the Sar Bomb goes off versus anywhere else, but still. Just want to be sure. Okay, that's much better. I like when the enemies die that quickly. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Just need an extra 5,000, please. Could you give us that, Mr. Bad? Thank you very much. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, what else do we want? But yeah, I'm surprised. Balance is a slightly less chill map than all the other ones we've tried. Cool. Get some actual difficulty up in here. Make us have to sell out banana farms and whatnot. How dare they? Alright, that's all good. We've got... Oh, Balloon Crush needs its village. Shit. How can I give it a village? There's not a lot of space on this map, really. Not gonna lie. How can I give it its village? Maybe we can ignore the village and go for a shimmer right in the middle instead. Yeah, let's do that. Go for a necromancer. This way we don't need a village. Because realistically, the village was just letting everything pop DDTs and nothing else. So if we just decamo the DDTs, then no problem. And I mean, realistically, the DDTs get destroyed by our boats as well as the Carpenter Spikes, so it doesn't matter exactly. I will, however, still throw this guy down. Because he was insane with the damage last game. So we're going to keep up the trend. Damn. I feel like we've... weirdly enough, I feel like even though these are only going to round 65, these are taking longer than some of the round 80 ones. Like 3 to 80 is typically quite a popular choice for these, for most Odysseys. And yet, I feel like this is taking somewhat longer. I don't know why. But yeah, I must say, a big factor in my life that has not necessarily steered me wrong, but just steered me away from something I'd prefer to do is advice from other people, right? Now that's not to say advice from other people is shit and you should ignore it. I just feel like if you... What's that Stan Lee quote? I think it's something along the lines of, if you think you have a really good idea, don't let some bozo talk you out of it. Which is a hilarious quote, and I absolutely love and respect Stan Lee. I hope he's resting in peace. But yeah, that quote's just amazing, you know? If you really think like something's gonna be great for you, don't let someone talk you out of it. Honestly. But you have to 100% know that it's good for you. You know? You can't have any sort of hesitation towards it. Also, are we going to be good here? Fortified bads are looking a little mean. Not that that will do any help. But why not? Okay, there we go. Fortifieds are gone. Everything else should just die with it. We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? Nope, fortifieds are not gone. I was mistaken, but at least they're all grouped up together. See, this is why this map's actually easy. Any sort of area of effect, you just blow up everything in the middle. Wait, we can get a freaking Master Bomber. Why have I not been doing that? Holy shit. I'm an idiot. Why did I keep the pathetic, weak-ass ninja around, or even upgrade him to a weaker, well, not a weaker ninja, but a slightly stronger ninja, when I could have just gone for a frickin' Master Bomber and gone insane with the damage. 52! There we go. Now it's racking up. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. I've been going for Top Half Ninja this whole time just because it's my go-to. And then never thought about Bottom Path, which does insane amounts of damage. Alright, and I think that'll do it. A bunch of carpal tunnel later. And we're finished with the Odyssey. Very nice, very nice. Didn't even place a dart or attack. I originally thought they were going to be very good because Crossbow Master exists and Super Maelstrom for the excessive ceramic health. But turns out you can just bomb ceramics, and you can also just flood the field with spikes, which also works just as well. So there you go. That's DDT Badness. Once again, fairly straightforward, simple Odyssey. Mess around with things. Throw in enough towers to get paragons. Throw in snipers and druids for easier money. You know, simple gains and things like that. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching this DDT Badness Odyssey. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.